Hi everyone. So today I just wanted to do a little check-in because I know that I did a live about a week or two ago, probably 2 weeks ago, and so I'm trying to kind of stay on this kind of thing. So I just wanted to check in with everyone and let you know some updates, but also encourage people to send me more questions like we had with the FAQ. That was really good. I know that some of them were overdue, so I apologize to those persons. But I found it was very helpful in terms of narrowing down the discussion, so I don't run on for too long. So some of the updates, like I had mentioned before, most therapists, I'm speaking for myself at least, have moved to teletherapy. So teletherapy is basically online therapy, and so we are not really doing, at least I am not doing much, if any, in-person, face-to-face therapy. So I wanted to get that across. I know it is going to be difficult for some people because you're at home with your families, you're at home with your children, you may not have the space. The topics that you want to talk about may be your family itself that you want to talk about, and so that teletherapy may not work for you. If that's the case, we can have a discussion, and worst case comes to worst, we may have to do in person, but most therapists have gone to teletherapy, so I just wanted to get that across so that people are not further frustrated, knowing that we have to also, as much as I want to do in-person therapy because I think it's way better than this, it is also important to consider that if you have to get on public transportation to come to the office, you're putting yourself at risk. You have to pull out money, you're going to touch the ATM, you're going to give me that money, I then have to touch it from wherever you touched it. And then, of course, we both have to go back to our own families and homes. And I particularly am not trying to take any risks with the family members I have that live in my home. And so definitely just we all have to be very respectful and understanding. Like I said, if there is a case that definitely needs support, any kind of suicidality, any kind of violence, those kinds of things, I will definitely make the effort to see those persons. So I just wanted to put that out there. Two, what is going to be the plan going forward? So for those persons who are in therapy with me, I encourage you to keep going with the online therapy. I know it may be difficult. I know it's annoying to have to leave your house if you don't have online banking to pay and that kind of thing. But do keep in mind that we are on a journey, and therapy is a journey, and it can be frustrating. And of course, online may be more frustrating, but do keep in mind that hopefully when all this is over and we don't have a second wave or a third wave, that we'll be right back in the office. And for those who are my clients and have been to the office, you know that we have a brand new office waiting for us when we get back, once GPL puts in our lights. And we've been waiting since November for GPL to put in our lights. So hopefully, by June or July or so, we'll hopefully be able to be back and in our new office. So that's something to look forward to. So I just wanted to encourage my clients who are still doing online therapy to continue the good work. Okay, I'm very proud of all of you. Third thing, for those persons who are waiting for all this dust to settle, to come into therapy, come into the office, do know that I work almost every day of the week. I work on your schedules. So do know that when all this is settled, that there will be space for you as much as I can possibly make, of course. I do have sessions for after work and that kind of thing. So therapy in itself may have to change, but my availability will still be as open as it has been before Corona, during Corona, and after Corona. So that will never change. And for another group of persons who are currently not in therapy but are considering it, but are not comfortable with online and are just kind of waiting to see whether Corona dies down and when will we be back in the office. Do keep in mind, I encourage persons to read, look at videos. There are a lot of great therapists out there in the World Wide Web. Katie Morton is someone that I listen to a lot too. I encourage you to, see what therapists or online resources, there are groups, support groups, and that kind of thing that I think is important for people to look into and not be scared, like especially these global groups. Ain't no one know you in there, so no one's gonna judge you, and everyone in that group has issues, so they can't judge you. And so I encourage people to definitely still look into using this time to do some reading, watch some videos that are going to help you through whatever you're feeling. If it is that you're unmotivated to get work done, sit down and talk. Not talk. Talk with people who might be able to help you first and foremost. And don't be scared to ask for help. Reach out to other therapists online. Reach out to COVID groups. There might be COVID groups being created. And so being able to tap into the kind of online resources at this point in time, so that by the time the office is open and we can be back in the office, you'll be back in my office because you made a conscious decision now to move from the education you got online to come into therapy. Another topic I just wanted to briefly touch on is, I spoke about this before and I just want to kind of reiterate it. Persons who are home and are having a difficult time with their family environment, do know that we Guyana, I think Ministry of Social Protection or whatever, has set up more lines for domestic violence. I spoke about this about 5-6 weeks ago, whereby I already had anticipated that domestic violence and child abuse and such will go up in the home environment across Guyana, but now we're seeing it across the world. I actually saw a UN article that said if COVID goes on, this isolation goes on for the next 6 months or to the end of the year or something, we're looking at 31 million cases of domestic violence, I assume globally. I don't know if it was just for UN countries or what, but it was a huge, huge number, and it's really scary. And it's going to be a lived experience for those persons who are currently in a home that may be considered toxic or abusive. And so I want persons to definitely know that you are, as much as you feel you are alone, you are not alone. You can definitely seek out support. You can definitely even message me and just, say, hey, can I call you? And just call me 629-0809, and we can have a discussion on if you need help to like prepare an escape plan and that kind of thing. And trust me, you don't have to talk to a professional to come up with an escape plan. If it is that you have children, or if you have your own documents, I encourage everybody to have this in case of fires. Always have your documents in one place so they can just swoop it up and leave if there's a case of an emergency, a fire, that kind of thing. But especially with persons who are in domestic violence homes, to definitely have an escape plan prepared. So that is a bag with some clothes, a bag with some of your documents, any kind of money that you can scrounge up, anything like that, just so that you are able to leave. Also, I always tell people, tell one person your story, at least one person. Just let them know that, look, my spouse or whatever is abusive and I really can't take it and I'm really scared. And you let them know that so that when you show up at the doorstep, they're not surprised. When you call them to say, come pick me up, they're not surprised, right? So this is all the kind of small planning that should be in place during this time, because we know how intense emotions can run and how people are dealing with COVID very individually. And so I just wanted to get that across. And lastly, just encouraging people that if you're not in a domestic violence relationship or you're not in a toxic home and you're safe and you're coping well and all kind of thing, that's great. Kudos to you. But also knowing that to check in with your neighbors, check in with your friends, check in with your family. They may not be in a DV situation or anything like that. They may not be in a difficult situation, but perhaps they have a newborn. Perhaps they need Pampers. Perhaps they need some support. Maybe they need to go down to NIS and get some paperwork done, or taxes were due, that kind of thing. So checking in with people to see if any support can be lended. This is definitely a time where we're being tested, and we're definitely going to require staying connected to keep our sanity, but also knowing when you've hit that level of I can't function very well anymore, and being able to say to someone, hey, can you like take my kids for like 2 hours? I need to go in town, or can you come to the house? That kind of thing. So I just wanted to encourage people to know that you're not alone. People are here for you. People will support you. People are concerned about people in general during this time. And so to encourage people to be supportive and know when to ask for help and know when to hand help out to persons. Okay? So I just wanted to kind of check in with you guys and leave that with you. Definitely leave your comments or questions, or you can message me in Messenger, Facebook Messenger, if you like, in the page Messenger, and say, oh, we want to hear from this topic, we want to hear from that topic. Okay? All right. Have a good day, everybody. Stay safe. Stay productive. Relax when you can, and have a productive weekend. We had a holiday yesterday. We have another one on Tuesday. So if you need to get stuff done, today and Monday are going to be the days for that. Okay, enjoy your